Here we are once again for the Christmas Challenge 2023. This is Douglas fir. It's a real old wood dowel. I'm going to carve the Santa Gnome out of this piece today. I got bigger dowels there, different sizes, but today it's going to be this size. Nothing for my thing for my Christmas challenge is going to be on scale. Like if I carve a house, this is going to be taller than the house door. This gnome's not going to have arms or anything sticking out. It's going to be super simple. It's just going to be a gnome with a red hat with a little bowl on the top, and the arms are going to be tucked under the beard. If you want to do, so you can use, here's a perfect example of a round branch. If you want to do arms, I think you're probably best to use a block of basswood like this. You can buy this stuff on Amazon because that way you can cut it back and then you can have the arms stick out. Or if you want to do arms, you could make it so like you glue them on here. It'd be called an add-on. But we're not going to go there today. We're going to make this as simple as possible for the very beginner wood carver. There's also small basswood like this. You guys can make your piece as big as you want or as small as you want. So, like I say in all the other videos, as long as there's a tree, Santa Gnome, and what's the other one? Oh, the snowman. Haha, that's it. That's all you need fastened to a base. So this one we're going to start out with carving the hat in. Yep, that's the worst part about carving gnomes. It's what takes the longest. The most boring is carving the hat in. So, you can make your gnomes hats. You can make them so they're bent over and then the ball over here. We're not going to do that. Like I said, I got to remind myself this is for the very beginning wood carving. Keep it as simple as I can possibly keep it. So there's the center of our hat. So there's edge grain, right? Then there's face grain. I like carving the face grain better than the edge grain. So here will be our center line. Let's see here. Is this in two pieces? Where do you want to carve your face? I want to carve my face right here. So Just Carve Rob has formulas where he measures them out and stuff like that, but I just kind of wing it myself. So your nose will be here. This will be your part of the hat up here. And these are just reference lines for me for now. They're not the true lines. And then your nose will come out here. Then your mustache will come down here. And then we'll have the arms tucking in under the beard because your beard comes down here too, right? Following? So what we got to do is we got to taper this hat to the center point, but we got to have a little ball on here. If you can't carve that little ball on, I'd suggest glue one on. I'm not gonna be mad or anything if somebody submits a photo and they don't have a little white ball on the top. But it's just what I'm doing. It kind of makes it look more like Santa. That's it. Yeah, personally. Oh, also the snowman video that I made, the last video. I think personally it would be easier for the very beginners to get a little piece of wood and carve the hat to put the hat on the snowman than carve the hat on the snowman in the same piece. I just think it's a lot easier. I forgot to say that in the video. And your snowman do not have to have hats for the challenge too, all right? Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the cut saw burr. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a fine cut on this line just for a reference line, not too deep. Then I'm going to start doing all this to get the wood to taper like kind of a triangle. Yep, that's the part that takes a long time. Not that long, but it's just when you got to kind of relax, enjoy what you're doing. If I didn't say it in the video, this is the Cutsaw Extreme Flame Burr. If you want to get the Cutsaws, just go to the description below. It'll take you to the Cutsaw site. So I'm just going to go along the bottom of this line. Okay, now I'm going to start tapering the wood back. I want to point something out for the very beginner. You see this pin to change your burrs? This pin's sitting right there. That's the worst part, to have it sitting, because you're putting pressure on it and you're wearing out where that pin goes into that shaft, and that's how you can screw it up. So try and hold it like it's like that. Yeah, so I think to save you guys the boredom here, I'll do this offline so I can put on some music, because this part's boring. So you can see here I got the hat shaved somewhat. Um, I left extra room on the top to put the bowl on there after. You know, still when you got room like this, it's all, carving's about room and removing, right? So I can always like tilt this, go like this, carve it like this, put the bowl up here, and then take more wood away there to give it a little bit of a slope. Does that make sense to you? Like remove this wood right here, then you got a little ball thing, but this one's just going to be kind of at the top. But maybe I will give it a little bit of slope and show you guys that. But you get my point, right? So you can go straight up here, finish this off, carve deeper, remove some more of the wood, then glue a little ball on there, painted white, then paint white around this brim too to make it kind of look like a Santa. So I didn't remove much wood beneath the hat. So I carved everything away to clean up the wood. So the nose. Now, here's one thing that I haven't really done too much of, and just carve Rob's great at it. So there's your nose. Your mustache will come down here. Then your beard will just come below the hat and match the hairs. It's not going to have ice. So if you want to get this nose to pop off the face, you're going to have to carve this hat back deeper. Now, if you carve this hat back deeper here, you're going to have to carve it deeper all the way around, right? So that's a lot more work to get the nose to stick farther off the hat. So I don't know if I want to do that. Just carve, Rob does it. He'll carve the hat back and the nose will stick farther off the face. You don't have to do it, but it looks so much better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I think the cut's all taper burr. And I'm going to cut around this nose and the beard. And I'm going to start removing the wood below the hat. You just want it to look like it's on scale, like everything's somewhat proportionate. But it's a friggin' gnome. It is whatever you want it to be. Sometimes, you know, I'm going to go downstairs and I found it. It's an old Christmas gnome I made a year or two ago. And it's got the hat. And the hat sticks too far off the face because I didn't trim the hat down. So I'll show you a perfect example of that. So it's an example of don't be a Geordie. It's not bad, but I'll get it. I'll grab it right now. Okay, so here it is. So there you can see this is more like a mushroom gnome. Gnomes can be whatever you want them to be, but I think personally for myself, this hat should be carved in. It just goes to show you my real genuine laziness. But it still looks like a gnome. Look, there's hair all the way around it. It's just quickly carved, painted, and just having a good time. So, but here's another one that I think I might have shown this already, but here's another one out of cottonwood bark I carved quickly. And see, that guy's got a straight hat. You can have them. I'm lazy because to bend the hats is just more carving. That's about it. So don't be lazy. Don't be a Geordie. Now, let me get the burr hooked up and we'll start cutting outside this nose. Who knows, I might even push it back. It just depends how I feel when I'm carving. Okay, so here's a brand new Cuts All Extreme taper burr. Super aggressive. I'm going to go underneath the hat and take more wood away. Take wood away from the nose and just get carving and have a good time. Whoa, look at that. Got the nail. Got the nail. See, now here's an example of wearing cloth gloves. Don't wear cloth gloves when you use these burrs, because these little spikes will grab the glove like nothing, and your flex shaft will break, your inner flex shaft. So I've been hit with these burrs so many times. They give you little cuts, nothing to worry about. Um, if you're going to wear gloves, get smooth leather ones where if it hits the leather, it will just bounce off it. Honestly, I don't think this burr's the best spur for this. I'm going to pull out one of those little yellow, sorry, not yellow, Chinese 3-point cutters. I think that might be better to get underneath the hat. This wood's just, I don't know, just this wood and this burr aren't working together. Okay, so here's the cutter I'm talking about. This one's black because I burnt it. The thing is, this friggin' wood's so hard. That's what the problem is. So when you use the little cheap burrs like this, they get super dull fast, but you gotta use this more like a knife or a plane, and you gotta go with the grain. You don't wanna go against the grain. Okay, the mustache. So our nose is popping off. There's our mustache elevated from the face. I'll cut the inner mustache. I'm just going to cut it like this. Boom, down there. Okay, I'll cut that in there. Give him a bottom lip in here. And then we'll do the hairs. So I do suggest for the very beginner to find yourself some softer wood like cedar, pine, basswood, birch. Those are the local softwoods. Well, basswood's not local, but those are the softwoods for it we get around here. Cedar and pine. Those are the most. I think pine's the most common wood around the world. I don't know. So there's that so far. I got the mustache cut in. Now what we're gonna do? Oh, another thing too is I switched burrs. I went to this cut saw. This is the silver taper burr. This worked the best on the hardwood. It just cuts smooth and lets me get my cuts in there. And yeah, so it's good to have a variety type of. It's good to have different types of burrs on hand, burrs or bits, whatever you want to call them. So now let's carve his. Like if this, you can have your gnome so they're just all hair coming around, so that your mustache, you got all the hair. You don't. You can carve little feet in here too. I'm not going to do this one because I got to remind myself to keep it simple. But so we're going to have little arms on this fellow. And they're going to come like this, then down here, and they're going to tuck under the beard. Boom, boom. Just like that. That easy. Try and make them both on the same side. What did I say? Try and make them both the same on the same side. So it's just kind of like that. You got your little elbow there. So now I got to carve deeper in here. Remove the wood inside here. Remove the wood around here to get these arms elevated off the piece. Just a silly little gnome tucking his arms in a cold North Pole day. Okay, so I look at this side, then I look at this side, then I look straight on, put where the arms are in there. This one is a little bit lower. Who cares? Who cares? So I'll get all this wood. There you can see the arms are already getting elevated off the piece. That should have been my new logo. Carving Fusion. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? So I'll get this done and I'll be back. Who cares? One great thing about this taper burr, you see it's long and skinny. It does taper a little bit, so it's flat there, then it tapers down. You could use it on the side to remove, so you can use the little point to do the cuts like I did. Then you could use the side of it to remove lots of wood. But then again, who cares? You guys ever see that old movie, Blood In, Blood Out? Like, Vatos Locos Forever? Blood in, blood out, homie. This guy looks like a little gangster, like a little homie Mexican, doesn't he? Huh? I think so. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, what do I want to do next? I'm regretting carving this with the Douglas fir wood, but it's okay. You got to carry on. The show must go on. I think I want to do the beard hairs, but I just don't know what to do with the beard hairs. What bit to use? I just got off the phone with a agent company. I don't have like a agent or anything like that. I just make friggin' YouTube videos and I carve and I got my Instagram and the Facebook. But entertainment company emailed me yesterday and they said they it's not well, I guess it is an entertainment company where they hire people to do performances and stuff like that. So there's a big convention going on here in the middle of November. It's the Canadian Wood Council, and like a bunch of wood companies are going to be there, and I just got off the phone with the lady and she wants me to go there and carve. But I named my price to her. I'm not doing that for cheap. Got to sit at a table for 8 hours and carve. That's not cheap. So I told him my price. Who knows? Maybe I'll hear back from her. And I don't, she said, because she knows nothing about wood carving. She's like, so what do you do? I said, well, I do chainsaw carving, I do Dremel carving, and I also have knives to carve, which I would suggest for your convention because chainsaw carving's dusty. Dremel carving is dusty and loud. Knife carving is quiet. So I'm not the best knife carver. I'll say that right now. I'm not the best Dremel carver. But if I got to sit there and friggin' whittle away a wood spirit, I'll do it. I'll sit there and I'll get paid. You bet I will. Also, it's like the biggest wood, so it would be downtown Vancouver at Plaza Nations. Also, so it would be like the biggest wood, wood companies, like logging companies and sell companies that sell wood there. They would be there, so they'd see me, and who knows, maybe they'd want a wood carving for outside of their wood shop or something. Who knows? Pay me, I'm there. You guys see this lighter case I bought on Amazon? It's like $10. It's made out of bamboo. I was gonna carve it for YouTube, but as soon as I put my lighter in it, the front of it cracked. Yep, there's a crack in it. Anyways, you could do a little surface carving on this. This burr is too aggressive. Don't be a Geordie. That's what I gotta say. Don't be a Geordie. Okay, so his beard will be up under his arms in here and in here too. We'll just do it. I decided this gnome is going to be, because it's a Christmas gnome. I'm gonna give him some silly little feet too, some little black Santa shoes. Nothing special. They're just square. So now what I got to do is all in here. I got to make this beard elevate off the piece and make these shoes elevate off the piece. So how would you do that? Well, you would remove all this wood in here. So I'm going to do that. And, yeah, let's try and make everything equal. I could still carve this away and give him the bowl up there, but I don't know. I think it's good enough. So I'm gonna carve away that wood in there, get these shoes to pop off just a little bit, just so we can paint them. And yeah, because I don't want to friggin' carve a bunch of beard hairs. I just don't feel like doing it right now. I don't feel like doing anything right now. Good enough for the chicks. I beep. Okay, so I got the little gnome done. Good enough. This does not need to have a bowl on his head. Don't care. Not doing it. I'll paint his hat red and his suit down here red. You know, you can give your little gnome's pants and legs and stuff if you want to. I just really don't care. So, wood burning. I showed this on my last video, I believe, or one of them. This is a wood burner. This is just a cheap Amazon one. It's the one that I use. I like it because it's got this big fat foamy handle and it does not overheat in your hand. So what I'm going to do is go around like the shoes, underneath the beard, around the hat, around the nose, and the arms, and do some wood burning to separate the arm from the piece. This is, you could almost call this like a undercut thing too. I should probably sharpen that tip to get in there better, but that's okay. He's got little shoes there. They're not perfect. Don't care. Don't care. So, as this fellow is pretty well done, besides the painting, this is why center lines are so important. Because if you go center line down here, down, 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 look at his feet. His beard's not centered to his nose. That's not a big deal. But look at the feet. The feet are pushed more one way than the other way. Who cares? All right, so Oh, I got some more burning to do there. I'm not the best wood burner. I just did it quickly to get it done. Now I'm gonna go make dinner, and then after that, if I feel like it tonight, I'll do the painting. I want to show you guys this. I bought. I bought it. Actually, I bought. I say free wood's the best wood, but I bought this. Can any of you guess what this is? This is mahogany wood, and this is a cribbage board. I asked Just Carve Rob. Sent him the pictures. I said I'm going to buy some of these to carve them. He goes, "What's that?" I said, "It's a cribbage board." He goes, "I don't know what that is." Well, it's a card game. Just Carve Rob doesn't know everything. So I take it the fellow has a machine, CNC machine. These are, man, you're not going to get me to carve, like I've wanted to carve a crib board for a long time. I did carve one already. I forget what happened to it, or I gave it away or sold it or something. But this was $50. This is straight up mahogany wood. And the lid, so let me move this thing. Your cards go in here. That's flat. And then your little pegs go in there. And then your lid for the cards goes like this, and you line that up, and you do it. So then I can carve this. So now what do I want to carve on this? I got lots of depth in here to carve. It's a little bit deep in there, but yeah, I got like I think 5/8 to carve. So I don't know, what would I want to carve on this? I bought three of them. I bought two round ones and more rectangle one. If you guys know what the game crib board is, I'm gonna carve a custom crib board sooner or later when I get friggin' time. Back to work tomorrow, first day in 2 years. So you guys know, these videos are going to be out right after Halloween, maybe each day in a row. So it's like October 20th today. Yep. So I'm ahead of the game. Oh yeah, got a light. Don't be a Geordie. So I will be the first to say this does not look like a Christmas gnome. As the series progresses, I'll find something to carve for the little gnome hat top. I think it looks too much like a bucket, like you see. There's like a flower pot right there. But yeah, one of the least favorite things to do with wood carving is paint little things like this. It just kind of, I don't know. I don't have the eyes for it, and I just don't really enjoy it. But if you listen to music, I think you can basically enjoy anything. So I think I'm going to paint this Christmas gnome. There's his robe. All you need to do is put a little line down here and make it look like pants, but then you'd have to take this part in and that part in. So this is going to be red. This arm's going to be red. This hat's going to be red, and it's going to have a white brim. I thought about pulling out a little diamond burr, like a little round one, and scuffing this up to make it look like it's like a little fluff ball things on there. But nah, I'm not gonna. So maybe I'll do his shoes green, and his beard and his mustache and his beard are gonna be kind of like white and gray. And this is a little gangster dude, so I definitely cannot. Oh, I forgot to burn that piece in there. Oh no, it's gonna be red too, so that's fine. I definitely cannot put sparkles on this little fellow. No. So what I think I'm gonna do is turn the music on and do some painting. It's nighttime now. I found, I've been friggin' anxiety crazy about going to work, but then I called the trainer at work because I'm getting some refresher courses for a few days, and he said he forgot to plug me in, so I gotta wait till Monday now, and today's Friday. But anyways, I'm gonna paint this and I'll be back. I just babble about nothing. You see how putting that powder stuff on there made it super shiny? Yeah, he's got sparkles. Why not? There's the little gangster gnome Santa. So that's all you need to do. Carve a tree, carve a Santa gnome, or a friggin' gnome that looks like Christmas, and a snowman, and put them on a base. The next video is going to be on a base, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the most simple video I've ever put out. Have fun, everybody. That's what it's about. There's going to be great prizes. I still got to figure all that stuff out. It's still early, but there will be great prizes. Don't forget they got to be fastened down to your baseboard. There's a hole for the thing to put the thing on the thing. So there you go. Now, if you look at this guy, I want to say something. When I look at it, I sure laugh because look at his mouth is here, and then look at his nose is over here, and then the sign's over here, then his feet are over here. It looks like his face is turned, but his mouth didn't turn when his face was turning. It's kind of like he's twisted. Just like me. I'm twisted. I admit it. Now, so I can end this video, and this is we got one more little base one to do. So the next video, will be the base. Now I can go, why can't I fucking talk? So the next video will be the, I can't. So the next video, so the next video will be the base. I said it's going to be a super simple thing. You guys come up with your own ideas. These just got to be fastened down. So now I'm done these 3 carvings. Thank the Lord. Now I can go back to my bedroom and finish watching that TV, and I might be Alaska. I'm not too sure where it is, but it's all these crazy Indians. They're hunting a walrus right now on their boat. Actually, sorry, they're not Indians. They're Eskimos. Hey, Essie. Essie, yeah, you. Got a smoke? Give me your money, Essie. Give me your money. Hey, vatos locos. You got a cigarette, man?